Hold My Drink with Charleen and Ellie, a GoLoud original.
I don't mind spending a few bob and getting someone else to edit them for me.
Yeah.
But then I also feel like you don't really have control over what you want to put out.
True.
You don't have creative control. If it's your video, you can pick what you put in and edit it a certain way to you kind of thing. If I'm having a bad day or if I'm not feeling like I like myself that day, I don't want to sit there and stare at myself for an hour filming.
And people can see through it as well.
Oh,
Like,
100. If I was sitting there with a
like,
face on
yeah,
for an hour, like
not into it,
plastering it on, yeah.
The most asked, I've been asked in every single format possible, I think.
Has it?
Every angle, yeah. Ellie, mystery man.
Oh, God. Welcome to Hold My Drink with Charleen and Ellie. Today it's actually, do we say Ellie and Leanne? If we're doing it by alphabet.
Ellie and Leanne, yeah,
Ellie and Leanne.
it is. Hello, everyone.
Our podcast is like a group chat between your best friends, a bathroom on a night out where you spill all the gossip on relationships, dilemmas, life. If you are a returning listener, welcome back. And if you are a new listener, welcome. Hold My Drink is out for you every Wednesday, but we also bring you bonus episodes every Monday so you can listen to even more of us now on the GoLoud app or wherever you get your podcasts. Hi, Leanne.
Hi, Ellie. Addressing the elephant in the room. Charlene's not here. She's sunning herself in Barbados. It looks like she's living the best
I'm
life
so
ever.
jealous.
Like,
I keep seeing all her pictures and I'm just, do you know what? I sent her a voice note yesterday and I deleted it because I didn't want to make her feel bad. I sent her a voice note last night and I was like, Charleen, I'm really sad since you left.
oh.
Like,
You did say that to her as well in one of the episodes.
Did
think
I?
Probably the last episode you did before. You
But
were
like
like, I'm going to miss you when you're gone kind
but
of
it's
thing.
not even a case of like that I'd see Charleen every day when we're not in the podcast or
Yeah.
whatever. That's not even, I think it's just knowing she's not in the country.
Yeah, it's the
I'm like,
thought of
oh,
it, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, if she was here now and if she was roaming around, like if she was in Galway or something.
Yeah, I'd be like,
But it's
oh,
just because she's so far away.
She's so far away.
And what is it with her and animals and insects?
Don't know.
She and Dano
They attract them, yeah.
don't they?
Yeah.
That video I saw that she had put up yesterday or something of the monkey
Did you
at
see
the window.
monkey? I'd shit myself.
I would go straight to reception
No.
and be like, I'm leaving.
Sure, Dano saying,
Thanks.
nah, Shar, he's getting too close.
I love it.
He's
That
get-
could be
he's
so
he's terrified of everything. And you see, she had to wear something on her head because they eat the mangoes in the tree and just drop the mangoes.
Oh yeah, well I
Yeah.
saw the video of the little monkey eating the mango. I didn't realise they
Yeah.
had to wear something.
She
I
had
suppose.
to like, I
What,
don't
like a
know.
hard helmet, like
No.
for a construction site.
I don't know what she put on her head, but or was she just holding something over her head? I don't know what she was doing, but she had something up being like, because they just there's a big pip inside a mango.
Yeah,
isn't
there is. Yeah,
They
you drop
eat
that.
them.
Oh God, yeah, you'd be serious damage. Did you ever hear that? If you drop a 1 cent coin from the top of the Eiffel Tower, it can like kill you.
It would go straight through you. Is
Yeah.
that true?
I'd say so. Like I don't know what height it is now, specifics or anything like that, but I suppose it would. Anything that's fallen from that height.
I
probably would.
dropped a mirror from a hotel room in New York
Did
out
it
the window.
smash?
Couldn't find it. I don't know.
Oh,
But,
was
like,
it a little mirror?
It was a handheld
I
mirror.
fully
Like
thought it was like
makeup
a
one.
big, like
Jesus,
full length
no.
mirror. I was like,
out the
Ellie,
window.
were you just like living a rock star life and just like trashing the hotel room?
I was doing my makeup at the window, but I had the way they only open like that much.
Yes.
They only open tiny, but I had the little handheld mirror leaned. What's the word? Leaning up against the window. Is that the word? Leaning up against the window, and I was recording at the time. It was a few years ago, and I was there with my ex at the time, and I was recording him down on the road.
Right.
But whatever way I moved, the mirror, like, I think
Sorry,
I still have
imagine
it on my
it was
thing.
your phone. Imagine it had been the phone.
Good
that
night
you
and
dropped.
God bless. Now,
Have you ever dropped your phone like a
from that
bad,
height.
any kind of bad?
Whenever I see videos of people and like they drop their phone in water and stuff, I'm like, what do you do?
I know. What
Do you
can
get
you do in
it?
that scenario? Depends on what depth it is. Like if you drop it in the sink, grand. Like
Yeah.
put the hand in straight away and put it in rice. But
I've definitely dropped it down the toilet and stuck my hand straight in the toilet. And this is before I flushed.
please, let it be
definitely.
clean water.
No, definitely wasn't.
Oh my God.
Absolutely, definitely wasn't. I saw a video of was it like a whale or a dolphin or something? And he
I know what you're going to
Did
say. 'cause
you
I've seen
see
this. as well.
it?
Yeah.
he brought the phone up to the water.
And you can see him coming up for ages and ages, and they're like, is he going to do what we think he's going to do and actually just like bring it up in his mouth and return the phone that had been dropped into the water?
Like what?
These animals are so smart.
Whales
So-
not. They're terrifying though. If I saw a whale, I would shit myself.
Would you?
Yeah, I think I'd be more afraid of a whale than like a lion or something.
Yeah, I get that. But then off the coast of I think lots of the coasts of Ireland, like down in Kerry, you can actually go whale watching.
No, me bollocks wouldn't do it.
Really?
No.
Even from a boat?
I've seen basking sharks in Kilkee.
Right.
My dad has swam
they're
with
fine,
them.
though. They're okay.
They don't
They're
eat
kinda
you, but
harmless.
you can't rub off their skin.
Oh.
Their skin is like sandpaper, apparently. If you rubbed off them, you just cut you.
Scratch.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I've seen them down in Kilkee, but if I saw a whale, like imagine being in the ocean, right? And the ocean scares me so much because it's just so vast.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know what's
out
under
there.
you.
Yeah.
So imagine being in there and then just this big thing comes past you.
What I'd be afraid of is like it coming out of the water, and even like if it dipped out of the water because it's so big and so heavy, it'd make like
the waves.
and knock the boat over. That's what I would be afraid of now. I don't think I'd be afraid of the animal itself because I think it's. I reckon they're harmless enough, unless it's a killer whale. Obviously,
Yeah, are they
it's
the
in
only
title.
things that eat humans and stuff?
Oh, I don't know. I would just be afraid if they decided to do a flip or something.
Yeah, and then
Or
what do you
you're
do?
just
Yeah.
flipped out of the
The
boat.
ocean just scares me so much.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind it. I nearly drowned in Florida when I was young. That was traumatizing.
Oh, God.
Well, and then I've been in the ocean and I don't know why it was a thing. We definitely all did this. You try to walk out as far as you can. Like, that
In
is
the ocean,
so dangerous.
It is.
Why
Yeah,
did we do it?
yeah.
I remember doing it down in British all the time, being like, right, I'm going to see how far I can go before my toes don't touch the ground anymore. Why? Why do you want to do that? And then you get to a stage where you can't touch it anymore and you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah,
And your
it's
neck
just, like
just-
drop.
Yeah, your neck just goes. But I'm just terrified of the ocean. See, when the ocean is really black.
Forget it. Yeah.
No.
See, you'll be in Ibiza now this weekend where it's
Yeah.
lovely turquoise blue.
I can see the ground.
That ocean is nice.
Yes.
That ocean is nice. Have you done all your packing?
No, I haven't.
Da-da. Let
Bianca-
me Kelly getting
Bianca,
prepared.
yeah.
You're joking.
She came in this morning. She was like, "What day are we today?" Because normally we record on a Monday, but today's Thursday. And Lam was like, "Have you done your packing?" And I was like, "Are you mad?"
Yeah.
No,
Like, today's
I
Monday. Oh,
haven't
no,
even
it's not.
unpacked from London.
No.
No, the case is still at the end of the stairs.
I can't really give out to you because I was in New York the end of last month.
Please tell me the case is still packed.
Not fully, but there's still bits and pieces in the suitcase. Like I haven't put the suitcase away.
Okay.
So I can't give out to you that much
See,
about it.
okay.
Yeah.
I don't feel too bad then.
Yeah, it's
but at
okay.
least it's just a case of all I have to do is swap out clothes.
Yeah.
Like
And like we were saying earlier on as well, it's easier when you're going on a sun holiday because you're just bringing like nice light
tiny bikinis.
bikinis, like swimsuits, flip flops, sliders. Like they're all
Yeah.
light things.
Light, yeah,
So,
exactly.
it
I
won't
don't,
be too much.
I don't feel too bad
No,
at all. No. Shall I jump into Wait Till I Tell You?
Let's do it.
I'm going to tell you a story. Okay. So like I said, actually, Wait Till I Tell You, for anybody who doesn't know, is a segment of the podcast where we just tell you a random piece of goss, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Story time.
Literally a story time, something you write in the group chat. But like I said, I was in London last weekend for a few nights. A few nights. I didn't end up flying over until the Sunday evening. So I had a baby shower. One of my best friends had her baby shower, Nicole, on Saturday. It was also my mum's birthday that morning.
Happy birthday, Helen.
I know, it was her birthday. So I had to split myself in three for the day because I'm that type of person that I'm like, if it's at all possible to do something like that and split myself in three and go to three different things, I will.
Well, yeah.
Like, because I would feel so terrible if I went to one thing and not the other. And like, how do you prioritise what you go to or
Yeah,
who?
which do you pick and choose?
Yeah.
How do you explain it
You
as well?
don't-
Oh, I can go to that, but I can't come to your thing.
Yeah,
after.
you don't. Yeah, so basically, anyway, I had to split myself in three. So I did mother's birthday in the morning,
Mhm.
baby shower during the day, London that night. So I
Okay.
was over in London for her birthday as well. So I went to the baby shower anyway, and we got a little bit tipsy. We did.
Tiny bit.
I got excited. I was buzzing. The sun was out. Like,
The vibes were there.
They were-
Loving
yeah.
life.
we were talking about babies and love and all this stuff. And I knew I was going on a night out in London. So I was like, right, we're going to get a wee bit merry here now. So did that anyway. Went to the airport. Was definitely still a bit merry in the airport. I didn't get a drink in the airport because I was like, I'm going to look like a freak on my own having a drink. I probably could have, definitely.
Yeah, I think you could have.
Yeah.
I feel like at the airport, anything,
Anything goes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It really
You
does.
could have, and I don't think anyone would have judged you.
Yeah.
But
But
you're
anyway.
very wise for not.
Yeah, didn't have that another drink anyway, but I was still feeling a bit kind of woo. Sat at the gate and my flight was bloody delayed, and I was like, great, what am I going to do now? Needed to charge my phone. I was sitting waiting on the gate anyway. Blah blah. Got on the flight. One of the air hostesses actually where was it on the way over? No, it was on the way home. Scrap that. Got on the flight. Fell asleep on the flight.
Okay.
The drink didn't help. Like, but I'm the type of person, no matter if I had a few drinks or not, if I sit on a flight, I'm gone. It must be the noise.
Do you know what I would be as well, actually?
I'm a really heavy sleeper on a flight.
I think it's something to do with the air. The air is different on a plane.
There's less of it, so it's
there's
just
less. Exactly. I'm not getting any oxygen to the brain. I'm going to pass out.
It puts you out. That's exactly what it does. But as soon as I sit in a flight, I could be going anywhere. I'm out like a light. So
that's a good way to be.
Yeah.
I'm sure Charleen, if she was here, she would want to be the
she's
same
so
as well.
jealous. And she'd be sitting beside me in flight sometimes. And she's like, please don't go to sleep, Ellie. And I'm like, and she tries to keep me awake. Yeah.
She'd be like chatting the ear off you, and you'd be like,
she makes sure we're still talking and we're still whatever, just to keep me awake.
Yeah.
But fell asleep, so the flight flew in anyway. I was sitting really close to the front because I just wanted to get on and off, like, because I knew I'd be in a rush anyway. Heathrow, I was going into like central London, middle of London, and Heathrow from there was already telling me it was going to be over an hour in a taxi. So I was like, on a Saturday night, I was like, I'm just not going to have a fun time. But anyway, I stood up off the flight, and this is the story time, but I stood up from my seat and I was getting get my bag down from the
overhead bins. Yeah.
Did you ever see that says stowage and not storage?
Stowage is a word. I don't know what it means though. 1 second.
I think it sounds like a baby saying storage.
Imagine it was a mistake though. How funny would that be?
I said every time I get on, I look at it and it's like, no stowage.
Imagine Ryanair just being like, we actually have to recall all our planes because we made one spelling mistake.
It sounds like a little baby who can't pronounce their R's yet. Stowage.
Stowage, the action of stowing something. Wow, that helps.
Oh, brilliant.
Okay, right. Google stowing.
No. What, to put something up? But to storage not make more sense as well? To store something. Picture the same word.
So stow means pack or store an object carefully and neatly in a particular place.
Things get shoved up there. What do you mean carefully?
Carefully,
Carefully and neatly. No,
and sorry, there would be full wars on the plane as well of people being like scrapping for a place in those overhead little cabins. Mental.
No, but the one that I put my stuff up in, it was like, I think like 2 rows behind mine.
Yeah.
So I had to come out of my row. I think I was on like the 2nd row or something. So I had to come out of my row and walk backwards.
Did you pay for that, or was that?
No, I paid for it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh my God, I was going to be like, luckiest girl ever to get
that. You know what? Mystery man though, every time he gets on a flight back or forth from London, he always, and I don't know if it's I say to him all the time, I'm like, it's the height. What do you mean? They look at you and they put you there. He never picks a seat.
Yeah.
But he always gets put in the emergency row with the extra leg room.
That's like row, I know this now.
Is it 12 or something?
No, 15 and 16. 16 and 17 is that row.
Is it?
I used to, sometimes Ryanair give me that as well. Is he a frequent flyer? Because I feel like, I bet you that's what it is. Because I take it now fairly regularly as well, going home to Kerry. And I think it's because you're going on Ryanair like so much that they're like, oh, here's our best customer, let's reward them,
let's
kind
put
of thing.
them there.
Bet you that's why.
He always sends me a picture and he's like, did it again. I'm like,
how?
You're jammy. Like what? But I had to walk back a bit, and I think I had to walk back 2 rows and get my stuff. And there was a man. I had to lean over a man.
Okay.
So I was sitting on the right of the plane, but my stuff was on the left of the plane, if you get me. Mm-hmm. So when I was reaching up to get my stuff, I kind of had to like a little bit lean over a man who was still sitting there, who was still sitting down, and he was reading a book and he had a pair of glasses on him. But oh my God, as soon as I opened the fucking, what's it called? What are they called? Bin?
Overhead bin.
Yeah, overhead locker, overhead bin. As soon as I opened that, a big black fedora, a big black hat fell out. Oh. Didn't it land on his head and just landed directly on his head as if
Did it actually sit on
landed,
it? No.
Leanne, it landed on his head and his glasses kind of came down like a little bit like a boop.
Oh.
And he had this big fedora on his head, and I just goes, I am so sorry. And the row behind him started pissing themselves laughing then. And I goes, they were girls, and I said, was that your hat? I'm so sorry. And they were like, no, it wasn't ours, but it was just funny. And I said to her, like, I don't think he found it very funny.
Okay.
And I was like, I am so sorry. Like, I really didn't mean it. I think I just panicked in the moment, and I goes, but it suits you though. It's lovely on you.
Sorry about that, but you look great.
But you look amazing, I was absolutely mortified. Jeez. I couldn't get off that flight. I think it was just the way he reacted made me more embarrassed.
Yeah, if he had started laughing, you would have been like, had that flight was gas now, good crack on that. But
it was the fact that the row behind him started laughing. I don't know. He was just like, yeah.
Maybe he thought that they were laughing at him. But it was with, like,
I
everyone was
don't-
laughing with him
just the
kind
way
of
it
thing.
landed and all. And I was like, oh fuck. I was like, that's not your hat, is it? And he was like, no. I was like, looks good, yeah. Like, you can
Yeah,
pull it off kind of thing. I was scarlet. I ran off that flight. I was like, get me off this now.
I love the way it landed perfectly
Oh,
on his head. If
as
you had
if-
tried to do that, you wouldn't be
Yeah,
able
as
to.
if it was his.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I asked him, is that yours?
Is that yours? Yeah.
Because it
yeah.
was above his head.
And
Like,
'cause it
boom.
suited him as well.
Yeah, there was a way till I tell you anyway. I was mortified on a flight. We're going to move on to word association. We
Okay,
still don't know how to play this.
Yeah, we're getting the grips of it still. We have a. I had tried to explain it. Keen, who
Cian
does our
explained it a
video in
different
here
way.
as well, tried to explain it. We'd explained it 2 different ways as well.
And then me and Charleen,
Charlene kind of have your own way as well. Yeah, yeah. So I think it's whatever you're kind of feeling that way.
Yeah.
Whatever way you want to do it.
Right, okay, so I'm going to say a word.
Yeah.
You're going to say the first word that pops to your head when I say this word.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll count 3, 2, 1, and we have to make a marrying word.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So you're giving one word and then you'll count down from 3 and we both say a word together.
I'll give a word. You say the first thing that comes to your head.
Yeah. And then,
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, perfect.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. Oh God, I have to think of something because I'm trying to think as well. Can we think of something that'll marry everything together?
I know. Many
Um.
words in the world, but
isn't
like
there?
when you try to think of them, they'll disappear.
Okay. Word association. The word is beach.
Parasol.
Oh.
Yeah. Think I thought of the emoji.
Oh,
Beach
yeah.
emoji with a little parasol.
And it
yeah.
has the little umbrella on it.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Right. Ready? 3,
3,
2,
2,
1.
1.
Sunbathing.
Oh, I heard you do the S and I was like,
We
damn.
really got it.
Good though.
It's
yeah.
hard.
It is.
Isn't it mad that your head, like, all of our heads go like completely different places?
Different directions. I just thought it was so funny the first week we ever did this.
We got it.
And you got it.
We got like,
And
cow or
I
something,
think you've
wasn't
got it another time after that though. I think you've got it 2 times in the
I
last
think Charlene
4 or
made
5
us just
weeks.
do it again until we end up doing
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
And I'm like,
come on.
yeah. I'm like, I don't know if it works that way all the time.
Yeah. No, I think it's fun. I think it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're still testing it out. It's
Still getting to
it's
grips.
trial and error, isn't it?
It's going to take a little bit of
We're
time.
still seeing if it'll work. We don't really know yet.
Yeah.
So for this week's episode, Shar wasn't here and we were thinking of what we do, and Leanne said, why don't you do a part 2 of, what did we call it again? Everything
Everything you want to know about Ellie.
Because sure, who doesn't want to know? So I'm just such a riveting person. I can't explain it.
When we did this, what would it have been?
It's a
Maybe
while
8
ago.
or 9 months ago
Yeah.
or something. I think this is 100% in the top 5 most listened to episodes on Home I Drink. People want to know everything about you.
Lads, I'm really not that
They
cool.
really do.
swear to
Enough
God.
for there to be a part 2 to this now.
Part 2.
Ellie has no idea what these questions are.
No, I had a little look when, just as soon as I put up the question box.
Yeah.
Had a little look and I was like, okay.
Can you take a guess as to what the most
Yeah.
asked question
Yeah.
is?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Oh God.
Right.
Yeah.
I think we'll get into that 100%. We will have to ask you the
Yeah.
questions that people want to know.
Okay.
But we'll get into that a little bit soon. I think we
Okay.
should start you off with something nice and easy. So Ellie hasn't seen these. They've been sent into the Instagram, Home I
Yes.
Drink Pod, if you want to follow us, if you're not already.
Please do.
Right.
Oh,
These are all
God.
the questions now, Ellie.
Nervy bee.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. First question. Do you ever get tired of being an influencer?
No, I wouldn't say so much. Like, there's parts of it I get a little bit tired of, but the whole actual like job as a job, I don't think so. I can't imagine what I'd be doing. No, I reckon I'd still be working on a makeup counter somewhere, or I'd be like in some sort of part of makeup. I don't know
Yeah.
what I'd be doing, but I'd still be in makeup. But no, there's parts of being an influencer that I kind of every now and again I kind of roll my eyes and be like,
Do you feel that it's like kind of part and parcel of it? Like you
yeah,
kind of have to
you
accept that
have
that's what
to,
you're in
yeah.
for. Like when
but
you're
then
doing
on
that?
other parts of it, I'm like the hate side of it and stuff. I'm like, no, you shouldn't have to put up with that. That
that's
part,
very true.
Yeah, that part of it, no.
Yeah, nobody signs themselves
No,
up
for
for
that.
hate. God, imagine you were. Imagine I want
Yeah.
loads of hate.
Yeah.
Like, no,
Thank you.
I mean, like I know there's the whole saying, there's no such thing as bad publicity, but like when it's your life and like
it's different.
like your life and your career is based off of you.
yeah,
You
as
know,
a person.
as a person,
Yeah.
you know, it's very much like a lifestyle thing that you're running. So you are showing every part of
Yeah.
your life. So like it's the entitlement, and I know this from working with you as well, how entitled people feel.
Oh,
you know, for you
yeah.
to kind of share every little ounce of it.
They want to know everything.
Yeah, and you don't sign yourself up. for
No,
that
and like
share stuff.
sometimes I'm fine with that, and sometimes I share like things that probably other influencers wouldn't share. Like, but
Yeah.
No, I don't think I get tired of it as a whole, but there are little parts of it where I'm kind of like,
Can do without
yeah,
that.
could definitely not be bothered with that.
Next question. What's been your favourite memory with Bobby so far?
Oh, my bow boy. Probably the day we brought him home. We actually brought him home 2 days ago, a year ago.
Oh,
Yeah.
happy gotcha day. Isn't that what they call it?
Is that what they call it?
Yeah. Are you going to have a little party or any kind of
No,
celebration?
He had a first birthday.
Oh, God, that's enough.
But
Sorry, Bobby.
probably the day we brought him home, I'd say, was the best day.
Yeah.
Just because we were so sad. Like, Taylor had only recently died.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, there was just such a hole in our family.
Yeah.
So as soon as we brought him in, and just seeing my mom's reaction, because my mom didn't know that we were bringing him home, seeing my mom's reaction was like...
Was she surprised? I
Yeah.
can't remember. Or was she like...
Oh, she was kind of half pissed off as well. Like, yeah. She wasn't over the moon or anything, but then as soon as she was loving him and holding
Yeah,
him
see,
and all.
that's it. It's the idea first off. When she saw him, I'm sure she's
Yeah.
like, get that dog out of my house.
Yeah, she's like, no.
Look at him. He's so cute.
Yeah.
Like, how can you say that?
I can't be mad at him. Like, even
Yeah.
though he's so, and I say to
So
him
bold.
all the time, I say, "You been a naughty man today, or you gonna be a good boy today?" I'm like, "What kind of boy do you want to be today?" He's so bold,
Oh.
like cheeky bold.
It's like he's in his terrible twos, but like
Yeah.
he's not even two yet.
He's so cheeky, but then
You're
I
in
just
for
look at
that
his
for a
face
while.
and I'm just like,
I know.
you
Look
are
at
just
you.
so. Queeve came into me last night. Actually, she was sobbing, crying. I was lying in bed. And she came in roaring, crying. And I goes, "What is wrong with you?" And she goes, "I was watching Britain's Got Talent and there was a dog." And she was just so upset over this dog. And I goes, "Go down and give Bobby a hug." And she goes, "I am. And she was downstairs.
It's like a little therapy dog.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
She was like, "I'm going down to Bobby now. I'm so sad." But probably bringing him home was the best day. so
Yeah.
far. And then just
Yeah.
having him there all the time. He's so fucking cute.
I know. So cute, so bold.
So bold.
What a great combo.
Oh, so bold.
Next question is, you used to love your YouTube blogs or vlogs. Why did you stop?
Laziness. I'm not going to lie to you. It's the absolute effort of them. And I felt like, I know not everything you do in your life should be for getting something back off it. But I felt like, I don't know if it's because it's YouTube, it's a different platform. I didn't even feel like I was engaging with my followers as much if I uploaded to YouTube. Do you know what I mean? I've like on Instagram it's so different because there's story replies and comments and like I know there's comments on YouTube, but I don't know. I just didn't fall in love with it. Like I don't like there could be a day when I go back to it, but then I'm like trying to juggle that TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Like there's there was a time when I was doing the vlogs where I was getting people to edit them for me and stuff.
Yeah, I was going to ask, were you editing them or?
I did majority of them, but then it got to a point where I was like, right, I don't mind spending a few bob and getting someone else to edit them for me.
Yeah.
But then I also feel like you don't really have control over what you want to put out.
True.
You don't have creative control. If it's your video, you can pick what you put
Yeah.
in and like, you know, edit it a certain way to you kind of thing. I loved doing them. They were great crack, like, but I don't know. They might come back. I just didn't
Yeah.
feel like I could engage with people as much on YouTube.
That's fair. There's different tools and stuff on the likes of Instagram that makes
it's
it a lot easier.
Yeah, so I just
Yeah.
didn't feel like I was getting a good response with my audience and stuff on there. But yeah, laziness was basically one of it that I just wasn't arsed
And
editing
your
them.
reels that you're putting up at the moment, you're editing everything yourself.
yeah.
Like you have total creative control
Yeah.
of those, don't you?
Yeah.
So yeah, I
Very
suppose
easy
that
to do.
helps
You kinda-
as well.
Yeah. I prefer doing things on my phone as well. Whereas it was the laptop
Why?
on the YouTube and all, and I was like,
Yeah.
And then my
The effort of
laptop-
bringing,
Yeah.
lugging the laptop around, like if you
not
need to
even
edit
that.
on the
My
go,
laptop
whatever.
was terrible at the time. Like I had to delete so much shite off that for the thing to even work now. Like the only thing I have on my laptop now at home is Google.
So I'd
I
delete.
save nothing on it.
Yeah.
I literally do it for emails, invoices, that's all. I save nothing on it. Whereas when I was doing all the vlogs, I had to be saving all the clips all the time. And then there's nothing worse, like anyone who edits any sort of videos, like I'm sure you or Keen or anyone would know, when you spend so long editing something and for it to crash,
Yeah.
lose everything.
Gone.
Deadly.
Yeah. Love that. Or else you
Thanks.
go to save it and it's like, you don't have enough storage.
Yeah,
on your
it's
laptop
like-
to save this. And you're like, you're making things up because do you know, it's actually so funny you mentioned that because I was going through my laptop last night because I had something, I feel like it was something to do with the podcast that I had to do, like a bit of work. And anyways, my laptop was at that. So it was like, oh, you have enough storage, like you're going to run out of storage very soon. And I was like, you're lying.
Yeah.
And then I went
Bullshit.
into the thing and it was like, do you want to check out your storage like and see kind of where it's being
Yeah.
made up and all this kind of stuff. And I was looking at it and I was looking at all the like, you know, megabytes, kilobytes,
I don't
gigabytes.
get
And I was just like, Lie. You're making that up, right? And I started deleting stuff and I was like, brilliant. I'm after freeing up at least like 4 or 5 gigabytes here.
Did you?
The thing, right, when I went and I deleted everything, turns around to me and goes, no, you still don't have enough storage. But it was telling me I had less storage than when
you did the first time?
Yeah.
How?
Yeah. I was like, I'm after deleting away because stuff here. You just can't win.
I used to have to Google, or I used to have to go into YouTube and be like, how to find hidden files on my laptop.
Ah, very good.
And I go in and find like hundreds of hidden videos, because like if you edit one little thing on a file, it saves it as a whole clip. Oh, I don't even bleed know what I'm doing. But I got to the stage of deleting everything off the laptop. There's nothing on it. Google.
I know.
That's it.
But the phone is so handy, and there's apps nowadays and everything that just make it
so much easier.
More
but
comprehensive.
I could be back to YouTube. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Yeah. We'll see what happens.
Next question is proudest moment to date in your life.
Oh God. I don't know. Like I don't think I could pinpoint one. Like,
give us top 3.
EKI wear definitely, because it was the first thing that I kind of did with my own name on it. Like I've done collaborations and stuff before, but this was the first thing that had like my own name printed on it. But then also my collaborations, like I always say, I wouldn't be where I am without Be Perfect. Like I still lived in Canada when Brendan got in touch with me. It was actually my old manager at the time who was like, hey, I'm trying to do a collaboration with Be Perfect. And I was like, what? And I came home from Canada. That was one of the reasons why I kind of came home.
Oh.
Was that. So I think like that I wouldn't be where I am without that. God, the podcast. Obviously.
I was waiting for you to mention that.
Do an EP. Like who'd think we'd be on the lineup for EP?
Nuts.
Like
that.
from going to EP and then seeing your name on a little lineup, it's like, what? How does it go from that to that?
Yeah.
I don't get it. Helping my mom and dad out, like financially and stuff, and being able to be in such a privileged place to do that is one of my proudest things ever. Look after them.
Like if you look back to 5 years ago, did you think 5 years ago that you'd be doing like all this?
Never.
Yeah.
Bringing my family to New York, that was huge for me. Huge. Because my mom always said for years, she was like, I'd love to bring the trees. Hold on, was that open? Sorry, I knocked a bottle of water. I thought it was open.
God, this video is getting more destroyed by the day.
I'm just a terror in here.
Something is spilled. Something is
ruined the place. Honestly, yeah, because my mum has always said that she'd love to bring me and Queeve to New York. So to be able to flip that and bring the 5 of us, then was mad for me. I genuinely can't pinpoint one.
But that's a testament to you as well. That like there's loads of things.
There's so many things.
Great, girl, you did so well.
Like I don't know. No, it's not even doing well. It's just like I'm half the shit that comes my way. I'm like, why me? Why? Like I don't.
Ellie, you've been around for quite a while. Like
I'm on the block a
She's
long
been around.
time. Yeah,
she has been around. But obviously, it's because people put trust in you. Like you know, when you built that up and you worked for it, like and stuff like that. I think it's very easy for you to have imposter syndrome when things like that happen.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I'm sure, like. You will definitely feel that a lot of the time.
Oh yeah,
like why are people asking me to do this? Why are they following me? Like why are they so invested in stuff like that?
I still don't get it sometimes. I'm like, why?
I know, and I don't know. Is it something that leaves you eventually? Like, will there come a time where you'll be like,
now I understand.
Yeah, of course, like they're asking me to do it.
I think it's a humble thing as well to be like, why?
I know.
Whereas I think if you were like, yeah, I completely understand why everyone follows me.
I know.
I'm fucking
Isn't
gorgeous.
Isn't thing? It's like when somebody compliments you're
like, go
your
away.
Clothes. Yeah, you're like, oh my god, this whole thing, like you're just sitting in the wardrobe.
I think it's an Irish thing. We don't take compliments well at all. We're awkward weirdos, aren't we? We're like, no.
So next one is one positive trait and one toxic trait about yourself.
What? I can think of toxic ones more than I can positive ones. I wouldn't say so much toxic, but maybe like just bad traits about myself. I've really bad time management. Really bad. Mm-hmm. Like to a point where I don't care about it anymore because I just know I'm going to be late, which is terrible. That's
an expectation.
That's terrible. Like
what I will say is you
bad.
were quite bad maybe
I was
about
terrible
6 months ago. Like we were in recording the podcast with say for example 1 o'clock or something
I was
like that.
in here 1:30.
Ellie's here 1:30. Like hey girl, I've just been sitting here for like half an hour.
Like hi, I'm here anyway.
But You have been brilliant. I think
We tried.
Remember, there was 3 weeks in a row where you were like
On time.
I think you were in before me, and I was like, "What's going on?
Yeah. Are you sick?
Are you okay?
Yeah,
like,
you was okay.
Is work cancelled or something?" Like,
Time management for me is just, and my mom says it to me all the time. She's like, "You'd want to snap out at." I'm like, "Mom, I'm like this all my life. I just think I'd be late to my own funeral." And I just know now, I'm just like,
you just have to tell Ellie that she has to be there an hour before she needs to be there.
You know what? Like, genuinely do, because I'm really bad at time management. God.
One positive one now.
A positive.
Again, this comes back to the fact that we're so humble and like you don't want to say anything. But say it, like.
Proud. I don't know if this is positive. Me and Quiva are really similar in this aspect. We're really, really empathetic. I'm a very, very empathetic person. Like,
That's a good one.
But I don't know if it is sometimes, because, like, and Quiva's the exact same. Quiva told someone in Nando's to go. Quiva told a worker in Nando's to go and check on a family down the back, because Quiva felt so emotional that they didn't know if they were to go up in order, or if someone comes to the table in order. And Quiva was like, "Ellen, I'm going to cry. I'm going to burst into tears. Like, they keep looking around. What do I do?" Like, because Quiva could see them, but nobody else really could. And Quiva was like, "Oh my God, it looks like they just got fucked down the back of the shop. Like, what do I do?" So she called one of the. I said, "Quiva, they're going to say, who's this bitch think she is telling me how to do my job?"
Yeah.
So Quiva called the worker over and she was like, "Come here, I'm an empathetic weirdo. Like, I don't know what it is. I'm really sorry." But she was like, "That family down there, they keep looking around and I feel really bad for them. I don't think they know how Nando's kind of works."
Oh my gosh. And every time you go to Nando's, they're like, "Is it your first time here?"
Yeah.
Oh my God, maybe it's based off that family.
That's what I said to Quiva. I goes, "But I'm sure the waitress asked them, like, do you know how it works?" Like, because they normally always do that. You order off the app or you can go up, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So your one was just laughing at Quiva, and your one was like, "I'll keep you updated," and we were like, "Please do." And your one came back to Quiva then and was like, "You were right. They didn't know how to, what to do."
Stuff like that now actually does break my heart.
Quiva was like, "Oh my God," or like if we see old people, like, or Quiva works in the motor trade, and she said that a man came in to buy a car, but it had to be like a wheelchair accessible car for his wife because she isn't well, and Quiva burst into tears in the middle of the showroom. Like, and my mom is really like that. We were going for breakfast bringing my mom for breakfast last week. The five of us all packed into the car. We always say we're like the bleeding Van Trapp family. Or what were they called? The Waltons. Was that them up the mountains? There was like a show years ago.
Oh, I have no idea.
I think that's where I'm named from, Mary Ellen. They all say, "Good night, Mary Ellen. Good night,
really?
Jimbo." I don't fucking know.
God, I've never
It was
heard
a
of that.
show anyway, but we were bringing my mom for breakfast, and Quiva was explaining that story, and she was driving, and my mom was sitting beside me, and my mom was sobbing crying.
Oh gosh.
We're just criers.
Ellie's are criers.
We really are. My granny used to say, your bladder must be very close to your eyes."
Always crying.
Always crying. I was tired in London last week and I burst into tears with Mystery Man. I was like, I need a cry, and I felt so much better after it. And he was
Sometimes
like,
if you haven't cried in a while, that's all you need, and you're like, "Yeah, I'm fresh again."
I was like, "I'm just so tired." He was like, "Oh my God, are you all right?" I was like, "I don't think so."
And you don't even need somebody to like reassure you.
No,
like, you don't need,
I just
like,
need
it's okay.
to
Like, just
sob.
let me cry.
Yeah.
Just let me get it all out, and then you're fine. And you're
But,
running
so I
around.
don't know if that's good or bad, but I think we're
I know. I think that's good. It'd
Is
be worse
it?
if you're like heartless.
stone cold.
Yes. Like,
Yeah.
no emotions,
None.
nothing, no feelings towards anything. I know, that's a good one.
I think
That
I'm
is.
an empathetic person.
Let's jump back to content. How long does it take to do a makeup video? So how long are you doing your makeup? How long does it take you to actually get the right pictures, editing, that kind of thing?
Like, it depends what it is, and it depends. Yeah, it depends what it is, and like where I shoot most of my makeup content at home in the makeup room.
Mm-hmm.
But like there was a stage in my life where I hated that room, so I never used to want to do it. I'm kind of in that little bit of a funk now where I'm like, I don't want to sit down and do makeup.
Fair
I don't
enough.
know what I go through waves with it, and I'm kind of like, I love it. Like some months I'd love fashion more, and some months I'd love makeup more. I think
Yeah.
I'm in kind of the fashiony kind of side of it now, but it just depends what it is, and it depends then as well if things go arse ways. Like I could be filming a makeup thing and I could smudge mascara everywhere and I'd have to restart, or like if my head isn't in it, I'm not in it. I can't sit there and look at myself because you're staring at yourself. It's only you and the phone. And if I'm having a bad day, or if I'm not feeling like I like myself that day, I don't want to sit there and stare at myself for an hour filming.
And people can see through it as well.
Oh,
Like,
100. If I was sitting there with a face on
Yeah,
for
and
an
you're
hour, like
not into it,
plastering it on, yeah. So I think it just depends, like what it is. But like, if it was like a full glam makeup look, it obviously I could sit there and do it without recording.
Mm-hmm.
My makeup would take me at least an hour. over an hour. Anyway, just makeup on its own. So if I'm sitting there recording, you're adding in bits where I have to stop, I have to start, I have to just make sure, because like I do a lot of it off camera, and like it's not fake recording. It's just more, I need to be bent up into a mirror and like bent down and all if I'm doing eyeliner. Whereas when I'm recording, like I'll do a little bit of it
have to make
show,
it look so like
to show what you're doing. But half those videos that you see of people, if they're just sitting there and their head doesn't move, nothing moves, and it's just all this and it's click click click.
They've done
They've so much off camera. You have
you look
no
down
idea.
like underneath where you can't see it. That's not on camera, and there's like makeup all over the floor. Yeah,
no, it's the power of editing. But I'd say I'm gonna say about 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours maybe. And that's from sitting down, setting up the lighting, sitting down doing the makeup, coming off, then editing it all. Between 3 and 5 hours.
That's kind of like a 10 to 15 second reel, is it?
See, I make mine mad long because I'm just like, I want to cram much of it in.
If you put 3 or 4 hours into it, like, go to get
but it also means then you can show more of it. So like, I think the reels I do, I try to keep them between 30 seconds and a minute.
Yeah.
Because then I'm like, if I spend so long doing that makeup, I don't want to cut all of it out.
5 seconds of a video, like, oh my God,
I'm like, that's really sad. So it just depends what it is and what it is basically.
Yeah. We need to go to these questions.
God.
You know what's coming. The most asked. It's been asked in every single format possible, I think.
Has it?
Every angle. Yeah. Ellie, mystery man.
Oh, God. I don't think I'll ever say his name, but I also don't think people are
okay, so first question that I am going to ask you is, will you ever reveal who it is?
I don't think so. I don't know. I need to ask him. Like... he listened to one episode and it was only when we first started seeing each other, and I remember he sent it to me and I was like, turn that off, like, please stop, please.
Yeah,
because I think was I sitting here and I was like, I love him but I don't know, I need to ask him, like,
because he's got to be comfortable with it as well and stuff like that.
He's like, he's obviously on social media, but like,
he's on it in his own capacity.
Yeah,
for now.
It's not like
Totally
me.
different
It's so
capacity.
different, and I don't want him to feel like he has to be forced into my life.
Yeah,
but then he also needs to realize as well that I do share so much of my life, and like, he knows that though. He knew that before anything even started with us. But I don't know. I'll have to say to him. How
feelings are.
Yeah, how do you feel if I mention your name on it? Like, even your name. I don't know. I really don't. Like, but like, people aren't clueless. Like, I was clearly in London last weekend. Like, it wasn't.
Yeah, you've mentioned a couple of times it's long distance kind of thing as well.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, and like,
there's pieces there.
Yeah, I'm like, you kind of get it, but I just need to make sure he's comfortable with it before I mention any. So it's not like, the only reason I say mystery man is just because it's funny at this stage. Like, at the beginning.
Actually, we actually do have to start calling him his real name. We'll be like, who are you
talking
about?
Yeah, it's going to be
weird. We'll have to actually be like, it's mystery man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But he, at the beginning, it genuinely was mystery man, because I was like, I'm not sharing any of this. But I think so much now. I think people are kind of. I still get messages. I shared a picture actually in London over the weekend, and the amount of messages being like, "Oh my God, is this mystery man? Is this him?"
And were they right?
Yeah, they were right. He was in it.
Oh wow! Oh gosh,
he was.
Sorry,
he was in the picture, and they were right. But yeah, I don't know if the mystery man thing will just stick or not, or I don't know. I need to make sure.
Name.
I know. I might start calling him that, like, off the podcast.
I think you will have to.
Yeah.
Even when if you do decide to reveal the name, he'll still be mystery man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's made a brand for himself now on Hold My Drink.
He has his own personality on Hold My Drink. Yeah. But I just want to make sure, like, he's comfortable with it and stuff first before I go too far into it.
That's okay. That's fair enough.
Isn't it?
So, like, if there is a time that, like, I'm presuming you do want to be asked, like, formally. Like, do you want a moment out of it?
Come here, if I could have like a proposal, I would. Like the full lot. I don't know. Yeah, I think you need to be asked though. I'm trying to remember how. Like, do you remember when you were younger and fellas used to text you being like, "Will you be my girlfriend?" Yeah. Or like notes in school.
Yeah, like as easy as that. Why is it so complicated now?
Yeah, I don't know. Is it an awkward thing? Like, do you have to be asked to someone's face? I would want the floor to swallow me up. I don't know.
No, like communication over anything.
Yeah.
Like, just say it how it is.
Yeah.
Like, no holds back at all. Yeah.
But then, like, I've heard
like a little moment out of it, wouldn't you? Yeah.
But I've heard from people as well that sometimes it's just a case of, like, as you get older, it's just a case of when you know kind of thing. Like, you don't need to be asked. But I don't know.
Given.
Yeah.
Remember there was a dilemma that was sent in, God, weeks ago now, I'd say. And it was somebody, and she was like, we've been going out like 5 or 6 years, and they never had asked each other to be a girlfriend or a boyfriend.
Yeah.
That's bizarre to me.
I know a couple like that. And
oh God, no, I'd be expecting now every stop being pulled out.
And she was saying, yeah, you never asked me to be my girlfriend. And he was saying like, yeah, but like obviously you are, but like it didn't have to be a case of me having to ask you. You just knew that you were.
Oh.
So I don't know.
What would you like?
I don't know.
Would you like the given, or would you like the official?
I don't know. I think I'm at that stage in my life where I'm kind of like, I think I'm taking things a lot easier now.
Yeah. Yeah, you're relaxed about it.
Yeah, I don't know what, I don't necessarily need like, well then again actually. I genuinely don't know.
I suppose it comes from a place of comfort as well. Like once you know that you're comfortable, you're happy, you're relaxed in a relationship, there's no reason why you need that label to be like, hey, let's just like kind of pencil this, nail it into the ground now and just.
I don't need a label on it. If I'm happy, he's happy, and like we know what we are to each other, and like, you know, we know that there's obviously no one else in the picture, like then I'm like, yeah, there's no need. Yeah.
Someone asked, how did you meet?
I've known him for a few years actually.
Okay.
So I knew him kind of. My mom never understands this, like, and I don't know if it just wasn't a thing in Limerick that like people knew people growing up. Mm-hmm. She never gets that. If me and Creever or Jackie even says like, well, I've just known for a few years, it's like, but my mom's like, how? I'm like, because groups of teenagers just know groups of teenagers. Yeah. Like you just know of people through people.
Especially in Ireland as well. It's too small.
Dublin is tiny. Like,
it's too small, and your neighbourhood and like where you go to school and things like that.
So, yeah, I knew him kind of growing up. Knew of him growing up. Mm-hmm. And then bumped into him at EP last year after we did the Homeway Drink
show.
Yeah, after we did the show. Bumped into him in EP, and I was like, must be love. Love. This is the man. And basically that's it, yeah. But I've known him for a few years, so it was kind of easy to.
Okay.
Yeah.
And people are asking as well how it's going. Just generally, how's the relationship going?
Brilliant.
Long distance?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Couldn't be happier. Yeah.
Good.
All is good. I'm happy. And I hope he's happy. Here's me being selfish, being like, yeah, I'm happy. That's all that matters. Yeah. No, all is going swell.
Oh, I like this one.
Oh, God.
Would you ever come out with a book about your life?
What are they called? An autobiography?
Yeah. Did you ever do one?
I don't know. Unless something like dramatic happens in it. I don't know. I don't think I'm interested enough to do something like that.
Ellie, should I see the amount of questions here? People love you. They want to know it all.
I don't know. I don't think I'd a book.
Yeah.
I'd love a TV show.
Yeah.
Do you know, I'd love
Keeping Up with the Kellys.
Imagine.
And we have an episode and that did really well as well.
Seriously, imagine that. I'd love to be on Gogglebox. That's my goal.
Oh my God, yeah.
I'd love to be on Gogglebox.
Oh.
Imagine me and my cute little dad on Gogglebox. No, and we could have Bobby in it as well. The dogs in it.
I love when the families have dogs on it. Because I spend more time looking at the dog.
Yeah, I'm like, love.
Dog.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, I don't know. Would I write a book? Listen, let's not cancel it out of the question.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not ruling anything out.
No, exactly. Not ruling anything out, but I don't know. We'll see.
Do you ever regret getting lip filler, botox and a boob job? Want to do it, but fear I'll hate it?
No. Don't regret any of it.
Yeah?
I look at pictures of me, like old pictures of me. Now, like people like my mom and stuff would be like, yeah, you were beautiful. And I'm like,
say that.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, you have to say that. But like, it's actually my boobiversary tomorrow.
Oh my God.
It's a year.
Happy birthday,
yeah,
boobs.
I know. It'll be a year. But no, I don't. I think wait until the right age. I think people are try and push it off as long as you can kind of thing. Like I was 27 getting Botox for the first time.
Yeah.
So that's not too bad. I can't remember how old I was when I started getting lip filler, but I think I get it done once, maybe twice a year.
Yeah.
I think if you know that you can control kind of how much of it you do. But then again, if you're somebody who wants to lob it all into you, like, no, just that's fine as well. Like, just make sure that it's the right decision, what you want to do. But like, I'll say one thing: fillers aren't permanent. So if you do hate it, they can go. That sounds terrible. That sounds like I'm saying like, go and get it done.
Well, I mean, like it is definitely a case of like once you've put thought into it, you know for sure it's something that you want to do. You've done the research as well.
Yeah.
Which is so important. And you know that you're going to someone that has like a good reputation for doing that stuff. And then, like, I suppose you can advise if you hate it afterwards, you can get it.
Yeah.
Do you know, but just it is a case
Just
of
be
like
careful.
just be careful. Like word of mouth is a great one as well. Like find people who have gone and done it before you that'll be able to advise, because it's all the glamour on Instagram. Like, and, you know, you'll see the lovely photos and you look gorgeous and stuff like that. But like, you know, if it's the likes of plastic surgery, there's recovery to that.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the bit that you don't see online.
No.
That's the toughest bit to go
I think
through.
tomorrow I'm going to share, because I never shared, like, since getting my boobs done, I haven't even shared my surgeon online. Like,
That's
still not. I was like, and I told myself.
You made a point that you weren't going to share that as well.
And I told myself, I said, I'm going to wait a year to share anything.
Yeah.
Just to make sure I'm happy with them. Because if I wasn't happy with them, if I'd have shared who my surgeon was, where I went, all that lark, and then a few months down the line, if I had a complication, then imagine a load of people booked in with him, and then
I know you're after misleading.
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
Amounts of people, yeah.
So I think just be cautious of who you go to, make sure it's the right decision. And yeah, I think that's it. I love Botox, though. God,
Yeah.
amazing.
I've never. I see. Do you know what I see? A lot of people.
Though. You're
do
only
it.
young. How old are you?
A baby.
You're only a baby.
24. I'll be
See?
25 in 2 weeks' time.
Are you younger than Charleen?
No.
You are.
Charleen is August. She'll be 25 in August, and I'm 25 in June.
Oh my God, it's only
2
2
months
months
younger.
between you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did Charleen not go 25 last year? No, she only went 24.
Ellie,
Didn't she?
Come on now.
Yeah, she did. I'm trying to think. I'm like,
supposed to know
fuck,
this.
did she? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You're only a baby.
Little baby. That's all.
Or Ellen,
Would you
honest to
stop? Come
God.
off that now.
Jesus.
I'm going to give you one more question.
Okay.
This one is a big one, but
Oh, no.
an ambitious one, I would say. 5-year plan.
Oh,
5 years is a lot of time.
5 years is
isn't
a
it?
lot. In 5 years, I'll be 33, which is terrifying.
You can make that smaller if you want. If you want to make a 2-year plan, 3-year plan. Let's say 3 years, because that's a nice round number. That brings you to 30 then.
That brings me to 30.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to have my own house. I'm kind of still in the process of that. So either this year or the start of next year, I need to be in somewhere. My mum has boot me at that door.
Gotta
like,
go.
Go. So I want to have my own house. Do I want kids? I don't know. I'm not a very maternal person. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
That's not to say I don't like kids. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I think it's different when it's your own kids, because I would get that, and sometimes I would question it too. But that's because I'm looking at somebody else's kids.
Yeah.
Whereas if it was my own kids, I'd be like, oh, I love you, kind
Yeah.
of thing. So maybe it's just
I
different.
don't
when it's
know
your
what
own.
it is. But like, then again, I always say like, if I got pregnant, I got pregnant kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know if I'd specifically plan it for a certain year. So I don't know. Kids, maybe. Who knows? More boxers. I'll get more puppies. Yep. What else? I just want to work my tits off to be able to retire at like
30.
No, 30. Imagine, yeah.
The 3-year plan is the end of Ellie's career.
Yeah.
And then she's
Pack
going
it all,
into retirement.
Pack it all in then. I just want to work loads. Like, I think I might mention on the podcast, I'd still love to have my own salon.
Yeah.
That's a dream of mine, to have a salon.
Wow.
I'm not so much going down the line of like I don't want, and people always say to me, they're like, do you want a makeup brand? I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I don't, there's so much makeup out there. If it's not broke, don't fix it kind of thing. Like, if I feel like if I can't bring a makeup product, if I can't bring a product that has never been seen before, I don't want to do it. Because I'm like, it's been done before. Why? Like,
Yeah.
it's just a different version of
And
it.
it's very hard to make yours unique.
Oh,
And,
do you know what I
it's
mean?
very hard
Yeah.
to put a kind of unique selling point on
Yeah.
it as to why people buy yours and not you know,
Yeah.
the next one that's literally right alongside it in the shelf.
I'd love to expand EK Eyewear, obviously. We're hopefully doing that this summer.
She's crossing her fingers.
We're still waiting on dates. But yeah.
Jeez, that's enough now to keep you
Is
busy.
that it? I sure that's keeping me going.
Potentially kids, businesses,
keeps me going.
opportunities. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
More live shows.
Fact.
Yeah.
That's inevitable.
Isn't
That
it?
that is happening.
Should have a home or drink TV show. Does anyone want to do that for us?
Oh my god.
Imagine. So that was me for questions.
All the questions.
Yeah.
And we could make a part 3 right here on the
Listen,
spot. So
we
we
can
might
keep
have to
going.
do it at some point.
we should do it when Shark comes back, and we can do both of us again.
Yes.
Yeah, will we? But I'm going to move on to the next segment of the podcast, Secrets from the Stalls. We always want to help you and give you advice with any dilemmas that you might be having. We do like to say that we are not Bible. Leanne might be Bible today, but I can't trust myself that I am Bible. Definitely not.
Oh God, no, I'm definitely not either. Don't worry.
No. So Secrets from the Stalls, they're kind of like conversations that you have with the girls in the bathroom of a nightclub. Tell you things you need to hear, share their secrets, advice, and just give you the real kind of talk. The bathrooms in the nightclub are where you get that cutthroat advice.
Yeah.
You know, isn't it?
I think it's because you meet people that like you've no context to them, you've no ties, so you'll just say it as
they're
it is.
not in the situation with you. They're able to tell you it from an outsider's point of view.
Mm-hmm.
So all of these dilemmas have been sent into our email address, homeidrink@goloudnow.com. So you can send them in there. You can send us in updates as well if we ever helped you. And you want to update us, or if we ever fucked up your life, tell us that too. So the first one is, hi birds, I absolutely love the podcast, listen every week. You should be so proud of yourselves and I can't wait to see you live one day. I've been wanting to send this in for ages, so here we go. Long story short, I've had feelings for my best friend since I met him, which is a few years now. We're closer than I ever thought I could be with a lad. He's been there by my side through the good, the bad, everything in between, speaking every day. Every time I speak to someone new, I always have the urge to push them away to prevent myself from getting hurt. And every time I always say that they're not like this lad. I've shown him every possible side of me and he hasn't left. I've pushed my feelings down 1,000,001 times because I think it'll ruin the friendship we have. And if I'm being honest, one I can't live without. But every once in a while I get that feeling to say it, but I haven't a clue how to say it. I'm not afraid of getting hurt because he knows me better than I know myself and knows everything I've been through. He makes me the happiest girl just having him as a friend, but I'm afraid it'll get awkward if something goes wrong and we lose the friendship. It would hurt me more than the breakup. He deserves the world and someone amazing. And not saying that that's me at all, but once we're both happy, I'm happy. Please help me. Do I tell him and have a good relationship for argument's sake if it goes right, or keep my best friend and move on? Love is there, but it's a friend's way. Any advice would be appreciated. Love you always.
Oh wow.
Eek. Do you say it? Like, do you think if she said that to him and it wasn't reciprocated, could you go back to where they were? Or would that always be a thing, like, you tell me you love me and I don't love you?
I think it's something you'd remember. Like,
okay.
It's very hard to forget somebody telling you that.
Yeah.
But if you're as good friends as it sounds from this, I think you can work through that.
Yeah.
I really can. Like, there's a line here as well. She had said, once we're both happy, I'm happy. So it kind of sounds like you've nearly made your peace with the fact that it might not be a thing and it might not come about or whatever. Like, you're fine with that happening. And the other side of that is, if you don't try, you'll never know. Yeah. And it could be something amazing, and
you'll be sitting there always wondering, like,
what could have happened, or what could have been, and stuff like that.
I think if he's your best friend, I think he already knows how you feel. I think if you were saying, like, that he knows you more than you know yourself, I reckon he already might know.
Yeah. And she also said every once in a while she gets the urge to tell him. So it's not a constant thing. Do you know when you're with someone and you're like, oh God, love.
Yeah.
Like, want to say it to you straight away.
Yeah.
Like, that's something you're always thinking about. And like, even when you're not together. But it seems like it's just like a little urge.
Yeah.
Like, something just kind of flickers in your head. Like, I wonder, is it a case as well of, is this one of the only boys that you hang around with? Because I think sometimes we get tunnel vision. It's like if there's only if there's only like a handful of boys or girls or whoever in your life that you see on the regular, it's very easy to kind of nearly make something of them and like
make something of nothing because there's no one else around kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah. Do you know?
Shit, yeah.
So is it a little bit of like it sounds ideal. Like, everybody would love to fall in love with their best friend,
their boy best friend,
and marry and live happily ever after and stuff like that. But is it just nearly like a little narrative, a very nice narrative that you're creating?
You're making the story sound better in your head than it actually would.
Yeah. Now, he sounds lovely. He does. The fact that, he's been so good. He's always been with you, like, by your side through the good, bad, everything in between, and speaking every day and stuff. I just love to know, like, from a romantic perspective, like, do you see yourself kissing this boy? Like, do you want to kiss him? Like,
yeah, that could be weird.
Yeah,
that could be awkward if he's our best friends. And imagine you kissing him in the twos. We're like, oh, that was freaky.
Yeah, it's like, this is my brother. Like,
yeah, if that was weird.
Because sometimes it's nice to, love your boy best friend and like think the world of him for who he is, but maybe you don't actually like
You're not
like
in
it,
love
like,
with him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
do you want to kiss him? Like,
Yeah.
what's the story there? I don't know about this. I think if it was me, oh God, actually, I shouldn't be one to talk. But
I think he already knows.
surely,
I really do. Like, boys can play dumb, but I think they know if someone's into them or not. Like,
is there a best way, or like something that you can do, or something that you can say to the boy for him to like get the hint a bit better?
yeah, get drunk and tell him.
I mean, it's an option.
And then you can blame the alcohol.
Yeah.
Much about, and if she said it to him, he'd be like, "Oh my God, I was waiting on you to say that." Well, I'm thinking the best, and that sounds so lovely if that happened. If he was like, "Oh, me too, I was waiting on you." to say it."
Oh my God, imagine that happens.
Yeah.
Oh God, no. It could. Gee, it is a possibility.
But also,
100%.
if it doesn't,
I think if you say it and he doesn't reciprocate it, it sounds like it's a strong enough friendship for you to
that you could
actually
bounce back.
from
Yeah.
it. Do you know? I feel like he'll turn around and say, "Look, like, you know, you're one of my closest friends and stuff like that. Like,
I
I
don't wanna
love
ruin
you
it."
like so much as a friend." You know, and yeah, we'll keep this because we have a good thing going. But
Yeah.
maybe it's just not necessarily a romantic thing.
Yeah, if we move forward, it could ruin the friendship, kind of thing.
Yeah, like if you keep getting urges to say it, I think eventually you'll snap.
You will.
Eventually you'll have to be like, God, do you know what now?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just throw caution to the wind and say it. I say do it.
Yeah, do it. What's the worst that can happen? You get the answer, whether it's the answer you want or the answer you don't. At least then you're not left wondering. Kind of.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, jeez.
You wanna go?
That's one now. That's due an update, I think.
Yep.
So next one we have is, hey Charleen and Ellie, hope you're both keeping well. I'm a new listener to the podcast and I've spent the last week catching up on all the episodes.
Oh my
I'm
God.
obsessed.
Thank you.
I have a dilemma. Well, it's not much of a dilemma. It's something I'd like your advice on and maybe the listeners' advice on as well. I'm a 24-year-old female. I'm finding it extremely difficult to make new friends. There was a large group of us in secondary school, but some have moved away. Others grew apart and the rest have just different interests, so we all went our separate ways. I don't drink any alcohol, so I don't go to bars or nightclubs. I have one really good friend that kept in touch all these years, but she enjoys going out on nights out, and because I don't drink, I don't get invited. This friend in particular has her own friend group that enjoys nights out, so she tends to sway more towards them. I'm finding it very difficult to meet new people in the same position as me, someone who would rather a bowling game or cinema night rather than a pub night out. I find it very difficult always being the one that's left out because I don't drink. It's very isolating. Do you girls have any tips or suggestions that I can try? Keep slaying, girls.
Leanne, I think this one is for you.
So I don't drink. And if you haven't listened to that episode, go back and listen to it.
For anyone who doesn't know, Leanne doesn't drink and has never drank.
And you know what? I'm also 24.
Is this
High
you?
five.
Is this you?
This is me and my
No, it's
secret
not.
pilot.
It's
I'd
not.
always love to do that, actually.
Would you?
I've never done it before. I'm always like, God, if I had something going on in my life now and I
send
need...
it in to
Because
the girls.
you do have very good advice and I
Do you
will say,
think?
100%, yeah. I would like sneak it in like
Yeah.
anonymously kind of
Be
thing.
like, oh, this just came in ages ago.
Oh God, I don't know who sent it in now. What a great dilemma. No, I never have. I probably never will either because
No.
there's so many to get through. I'm not a priority. So yeah, I'm also 24. I don't drink either. And I will say, I think, do you know what I would say, right? And this is something that I picked up on in the last couple of weeks. I think we were talking about this a little bit earlier on, off of the podcast. When you get older, it's really hard to make friends, full stop.
No, it really is.
Whether or not you drink or you
Yeah,
don't drink,
it really
it's
is.
hard when you're
Like,
going
you get
up.
to a stage of being like, okay, and like, but I think it's a thing that you tell yourself you can't. It's not a case nearly that you can't.
Yeah.
It's you freak yourself out to think, right, I'm 24, 25, 26. I should have all my friends already in the bag. And I don't. So, like, you psych yourself out thinking, okay, this is not going to work. What am I going to do?
And you always see that thing and it's like, you haven't even met half the people that are going to be in your life.
Yeah.
Which is a mad thought. It's so mad. The drinking thing, so I know when we did that episode about dry January, there was a lot of people that actually had come back to say, oh my God, I don't drink either. Like, it's great. I think there's more people out there than you actually imagine. And I spoke on that episode about how, you know, anytime that I bring it up, people, like, I'm getting an overwhelming amount of people that respond now with, oh my God, neither do I, or else that they have started to kind of wean themselves off of alcohol. So I think it's definitely more common And definitely as you get older as well, because you're coming away from that whole thing where you think you have to drink because you're young and it's the first time you're going out and that kind of thing. It's just a case of finding the social outlets, like where do you make friends and stuff like that.
But you still go out and don't drink, don't you know?
Yeah.
I wonder would she try that maybe?
I think so. Like if you have, your one friend that you're really close to, like you said, or even her group of friends as well, you can go out and just not drink.
Yeah, you don't have to. Like
there's mocktails. Love a mocktail.
Yeah.
There's 0.0s. You can even have a soft drink or water. Sometimes I just have a water in my body. Like love them. Because I said this as well in that episode, it's about the company that you're with.
Yeah.
If she's your best friend for, years gone by and you want to make friends with her friend group as well, and that's your way of making new friends, go out with them. Just go out, and maybe you've never tried going out with them before. Do it once, and look, if it's something that you feel really uncomfortable in, then that's fine.
You'll
and
know
you don't
then.
have to do it again. But yeah, just try it. I love a night out. Love a night out. Like, don't invite me out anywhere because I'll say yes.
Yeah.
And I'll be out until 5 a.m. But that's purely because I love the people that I'm with, like, and we can just have fun.
Yeah.
Without alcohol. Now they'd be all drinking and stuff like that, and I'd never wean them off it or whatever to kind of suit myself. But I think go out, try it one night out, and just see how you get on. It's for some people, it's not for somebody else. If you're one of the people where it doesn't suit, that's fine. There's plenty of other things as well. Just try and make time, for day activities or things after work where you're not involving drink.
Yeah.
And if it's that's obviously for the friends that you do have, but if it's a question of how do you make new friends without like going out and things, like if you're into sports. You might play for a team. If you want to join a gym, like
social
go to gym
media,
classes.
I think is really easy.
Amazing.
The same interest.
Met so many people on social media. Yeah, if you're in like, something to do with your work or like, a hobby that you're involved in or a sport like that as well, just find people that are around you. Again, I think until you actually open yourself up and you go looking for it, you don't know that it's there kind of thing.
I think the thought of it is scarier than the actual part. Like, and it's also the thought of rejection and stuff as well. Just be in your head, like you're like, oh God, can you even make friends at this age? Yeah, you can.
Of course you can.
Sure, I only met Charleen. Was it 3 years ago? I think 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And now all of her friends will be really good friends of mine, but like they're only new friends in my life as well. And
exactly.
I was 24, 25 at that stage.
Yeah, I think reach out to people. Like, I mean, what's the worst now? You see a message coming in from somebody and they're just trying to make new friends. Like, you'd have to admire that.
Yeah,
Somebody has gone to the effort of putting together a message, finding you and
thinking you're cool enough to hang around with.
Exactly. So like the worst that they can say is either no or they don't reply. And if that's the case, grand, because the next person that you ask could actually be the one that, you become best friends with. I remember, do you remember a couple of weeks ago as well, there was a girl who had written in, I think it was to Extra Juice, and she was also talking about how it's really hard to make friends. And somebody else from the podcast had got in touch and been like, put me in touch with her if she wants a friend, like we can meet up and things like that. So even, geez, if there's anyone who wants to be friends now with this girl and you want to do social events, with no drink, let's get
text us on Hold My Drink. Yeah,
100%.
We could have Hold My Drink meetups for people who like just want to make friends and are interested in the same thing.
Yeah,
just meet up.
I love it. I
we
think
should have a brunch day one day.
That would be lovely.
I'd love that.
Everyone get really nice and dressed up.
Yeah, love brunch.
Yeah, we 100% could organise something like that.
We could just do little events to bring all the Hold My Drink people together.
Exactly, because the community is there and it's ready made, and that's not just for the podcast; it's for other things as well. But it's just finding a time and a date where you can actually
bring everyone together.
Yeah.
Well, that was us. That was amazing, Leanne. I think we did great.
I thought it was all right. Yeah,
I thought we did brilliant. You can send your dilemmas into holdmydrink@GoLoudNow.com. We also answered extra dilemmas as well in Extra Juice. Extra Juice are our bonus episodes which come out every Monday. So if you didn't hear your dilemma in this week's episode, it might be in Monday's episode. So you can listen to that in the GoLoud app or wherever you get your podcasts. Also, if you have any updates, send them in there too. We haven't got one in a while, have we, Leanne? Many emails you have to go through. Leanne has to go through our emails.
Oh my God.
And help us with the dilemmas. But what are we up to? When you told us last week, what was it?
So I checked it this morning. I think there's 470 emails in that inbox. And that's like us going through at least, so if we have usually 2 in the main episode, 2 or 3, and then another 4, like we could be going through 7 or 8 a week.
Yeah.
And we're still not getting it down kind of thing. So again, if something hasn't been answered, just keep hammering it in.
Yeah.
We'll get to it
We'll
eventually.
get to it eventually.
Might take a bit of time, but look,
We
we're
will.
powering through.
We will. Next time we're moving on to, what was I saying there? I said meh.
Huh?
Next time. My words aren't really working today. Sip or skip. We take one topic based on this week's episode, and because the name of the podcast is Hold My Drink, we're holding drinks. We're definitely not. We're liars, but anyway,
No.
it's fine. If we sip, it means we agree with the statement, and if we skip, it means that we disagree. So if you're listening and you have a drink, you can agree or disagree. So for this week's sip or skip, we're going to do, I don't know why food is in my head. I'm not even hungry, but I just have food in my head. I don't know why. I'm trying to
past
think.
lunchtime a little bit. We're in between lunchtime and dinner at the
I
moment,
hate,
so
see this 3 o'clock. I hate 3 o'clock.
why?
3 o'clock is
Slump.
oh my God. If I'm at home and if I was meant to do work and if I see that it's 3 o'clock, it's basically the next day and I'm not going to do it.
What?
Yeah. Something about 3 o'clock I cannot stand. I won't start that after 3 o'clock.
Oh my God.
I don't know what it is and I don't know where it comes from.
Very
Like,
disciplined for you to be like 3 o'clock
I just hate it.
out of office.
Yeah, that time of day I'm kind of like, this is shite. Like you're just like that.
Yeah.
You're it's not lunch, it's not dinner, you're in limbo. Like I don't think I like the feeling of being in limbo. I hate it.
That is.
It makes me
funny.
anxious seeing 3 o'clock.
Okay, noted. Never
I'm a
record at 3 o'clock
Never
ever again.
tell Ellie to come in at
will be
3
switched
o'clock.
off.
Yeah. Or
So
I'm
what's
trying to-
your food one?
I don't know.
Just generally food.
yeah, it was
Like-
just no something came with cheese or something came into my head because I hate cheese.
Oh, I can feel my stomach now starting
Can
to be
you?
like,
Yeah.
hey, it's almost
I
dinner
need a
time now,
little
girl.
snack. Do you like a chicken roll?
Yeah.
Do you? Okay, I have one for you.
Oh, go on.
Well, actually, it's just kind of you have to pick one or the other.
Okay.
So it's
what
not.
would you
This is where we get really wrong with super skip. We do this all the time.
we can't nail down word association, and we also haven't a clue what's going on with super skip.
We always end up picking two things, and it's like, well, which one am I sipping? Which one am I skipping?
It's
But
an interchangeable segment.
food is in my head now because I don't know why. I'm eating rings around myself the last few days. But so chicken fillet rolls, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get chicken fillet or do you get popcorn chicken? If I see one more person getting a chicken fillet roll with popcorn chicken in it, I'm gonna have a stroke.
I thought you were going to say that you get it.
No.
Oh
I
my
keep
God.
seeing that on Instagram.
I haven't seen anybody getting that.
Oh, have
Who
you
are
not?
these people?
Who?
Oh,
Popcorn, the little popcorn chickens, like the
Yeah.
little, yeah, popcorn chicken instead of a chicken fillet.
no, surely they'd be falling out when you bite into
How
it.
do you like? What do you even do with that?
The whole thing about a chicken fillet roll is you have
That it's a
one
chicken fillet.
Chicken, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, it's there, it's compacted inside in the bread. Popcorn chicken be falling
Yeah,
out.
and they get it with cheese
You're
and all in
holding
it. And I'm
it'd
like,
be
what?
coming out the end. If you bite into it, it'll be falling out the top. No.
You can't get a good bite on it. No.
Oh God, no.
No,
Even
hate.
the fact that the delis are making that an option
Yeah.
for people to get.
So I'm skipping on popcorn chicken fillet rolls. They're not a thing. They need to be disqualified.
Oh my God, no.
No.
I
What's your chicken fillet order?
butter,
Yep.
lettuce, cheese,
Okay.
and southern fried chicken.
No sauce?
No,
You're
butter
not a
is my
saucy
sauce.
gal.
No, not really.
Oh, I'm a mad saucy gal.
What are you? Taco sauce.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah, but I'm taco sauce and butter.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to work in a deli
Oh my God.
in Centra. This was, I must have been like middle of second year in college. So like 2017 or something like that. And the things people used to order in the deli was insane. Remember there's this one man.
Oh God, I'm
used to come in
scared.
every single day. And he would get no butter or mayonnaise. He would get tuna, right? Which is a bit kind of psychotic for a
On
start.
a roll as it is.
No, this was 2 slices of bread.
Oh
bread.
no, it was a sandwich.
Yeah, this was
Even
a sandwich,
worse.
right?
White bread or brown bread?
Brown tuna. He used to get taco sauce on it as well. He used to put what are those things called? Those really spicy jalapenos. This like red coleslaw.
The
And
red
mustard.
cabbage coleslaw?
Yeah, and mustard.
No, I'm sorry. He needs to be put in the bin.
It was the weirdest thing ever.
Is he still alive? Because what?
Probably.
Probably not after
You know what?
eating
He used
that.
to be coming in after doing like cycles and mad things, and that was like his refuel.
Wow.
Yeah. Tuna, red cabbage coleslaw, jalapenos, mustard. I think there was taco sauce in there as well.
No.
Oh.
How would that even go down?
Your deli
Like,
order
what?
tells a lot about a person.
It really does.
Like that for me now, that person, I was like, oh God.
Yeah, it really does. Or
Beware
people
of
that get just plain, like really plain things.
Yeah. Now, if you were getting a chicken fillet roll and you had like butter and the chicken fillet, I'd be like, what?
What?
You okay?
Do you know what my brother loves? A ham roll. If I'm getting a chicken fillet roll, if I text him, I'm like, I'm getting a roll, do you want one? He'd be like, yeah, just mayo and ham.
Oh,
Yeah,
you can make
he's
that at home yourself.
That's what I say to him all the time. I said, that's not worth the piss it takes to buy that. I'm like, what?
I know when you go out and you order food, it's always nicer than what you make at home.
No,
but like a ham roll now is that.
Do you ever get in primary school, someone else's lunch is always so much nicer than yours, and it could be the exact same thing. Yeah. It was just because someone else's mother made it. It was 10 times nicer. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
What it is. So we're saying no to popcorn chicken fillet roast.
Absolutely.
Nasty. No. So that was us for today. Thank you so much for listening. Leanne, thank you so much for stepping in.
I mean, it's not hard. I'm here.
You're here anyway. You would have had to listen to me for an hour anyway.
That's
so
right. You would have done
you
great.
So much for helping me today. You can go back and listen to our bonus episode from Monday, Hold My Drink Extra Juice. They come out every Monday, like we said. And then we also have the main episodes every Wednesday. Is that us? Don't forget to like, rate, subscribe, all that good crack. Give us 5 stars on Spotify.
Yep.
Am I forgetting that?
Nope. You did great.
Okay, thank you. Love you. Okay, and we will talk to you all next week. Bye.
Yes, I got it.
Subscribe to this podcast for free on the GoLoud app.